Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
William, it is such a rocking song, isn't it? Raucous, you may describe it as. Hi everybody, welcome. I hope everybody is doing well today. Hi Vicky. Oh, you're red. Vicky's red, everybody. Be careful. Hi Bev. William's here. I saw Bill there. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had a very good day today. Some YouTubers are better than others at hiding how their days go. Some days I'm better than others, but today was not a great day for me. But maybe it could be. There's still time left in the day. I did record some court today. I had to... Holly got you in a misery situation over here. You can't leave the bedroom. Oh my god. Is that a movie reference? I'm sure that I'm not getting. Sometimes it's funny. Like, I know that I'm supposed to get the reference, but I'm not aware of the reference. Anyways. First of all, I had a lovely birthday. Thank you guys all for the birthday wishes. I really do appreciate that. But the weather has been absolute shit. And... how young am I? I'm 37. 37. Which is why I decided maybe I need to take some new pictures and set up a Tinder profile. It sounds so stupid as I say it, but I laugh because I saw this short of this lady who's like, she said something like, I finally cracked, I feel like shit, I'm making a dating profile, and then she proceeded to take these really funny pictures, and I was like, oh, see, that's funny. Can I date her? Maybe that's what I need to do, is find her dating profile and date her. That would be great. Anyways, the good news is people have been fucking up all over town in courts. First of all, I'm attempting not to catfish anybody because I'm taking up-to-date photos of myself. That's not catfishing. It's like the opposite. Hi, Billy. Where's my pen? I'm fairly positive. Oh, yeah. It is here. Okay. Maybe I should just make a GIF of that and, like, replay that. Do you think that would work? Maybe. Thank you, NPC. I appreciate that. Oh, I do feel better. Immediately after hanging out with you guys, upon starting hanging out with you guys, I feel better. But one of the ladies in our hearing today, she has an attitude like we don't see that often. I'll say that. It's not, but I'll say this. She was paired with one of my least favorite attorney generals. And weird to say that because who has a favorite attorney general? I do. And I actually more so have least favorite attorney generals. And no offense to them if they happen to be watching. Slightly just full of myself thinking that they might be watching, right? I can't remember if it's this one or the next one, but we're going to just check and see. Judge looking quite dapper. Yeah, it's this one. So, Naya is our girl.
Your Honor,
Keep an eye out.
you're back. Let's see which case to do next.
So the lady in the top, Miss Correa, is my least favorite AG, and she like strokes herself
We can
throughout
do
this
number
hearing. I think
15.
she's trying to show off either her
15.
nails or her fucking. Hold on. Oh, Christopher, you're so sweet. I love you too. I hope you're safe in Minnesota. I hear there's weather coming through everywhere in America. Ryan Holleyall's making videos every day. Every day. Thank you, Christopher. That's so sweet. I've never seen this judge, Vicky. I'm always glad to bring you a new judge. But anyways, I feel like she's trying to show off either a bracelet, a ring, her nails, or something.
Jones and Tompkins.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I do not see Miss Tompkins.
I think it's the user NYA.
I have a
Let me
love the
just
white
put a
streaks in my
number
hair,
on
Willie.
there.
Okay, there we
Snow
are.
coming. Be
All right.
safe.
Get that now. Then each of you please raise your right hands.
Hey.
You and each of
Your
you.
Honor, I can't see the mother.
Tompkins, could you please come into your videos? Miss Tompkins, please come into your video. Miss Tompkins, we cannot see you. Please come into your video.
I'm letting this play in full because I just want. It's unusual.
There we go. All right. That's better. Now let's try it again. Each of you please raise your right hands. You and each of you swear or affirm the testimony given in this case to be the truth.
I agree.
Yes.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is almost a completely contested case. I'll read the agreements into the record. Both parties request a non-disclosure of their address. Both parties are in agreement that there be no geographic restriction on the child or children's residence. I will call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Shania Tompkins.
Ma'am, can you speak more clearly?
Shania Tompkins.
And ma'am, what's the name and age of the child or children in the case?
Guy Jones, 11 months. Michael Jones, 4.
And who do those children live with?
Me.
Are you asking to be named joint conservator or sole conservator?
I don't know what that means.
Do you want to make the decisions over the child's life to have
Yes,
the
but
final say?
the lady before you already asked me all those questions.
Thank you, ma'am. It's just you had said you didn't understand.
Yeah, she already asked me that.
Ma'am, you're mumbling. Your Honor, I'm going to ask that this case be reset for an in-person
Let me-
setting.
I gotta put my
I'll
AirPods
work.
in.
I agree.
What she say? I have to put my AirPods in because my phone is broke, and I'm trying to feed my daughter. So,
Your Honor,
what
I
did she
request
ask?
a reset for
Reset
an
Kennedy,
in-person setting.
do you have a
Hey,
proposed date?
I have a date.
Poor guy. He's like, I've been dealing with this for 4 years. Hi, Erica. I'm
Let's
sorry
do
to hear that,
May
hon. It's so tough.
6th.
Mayor then is reset to May 6th at 9 o'clock. This will be an in-person hearing, be held at the courtroom 4D number 2 on the 3rd floor of the George Allen Courthouse, the 600 Commerce Street here in Dallas. Good luck to you, sir, and we'll see you at that time.
yes, sir. You have a good one.
You too.
Is that not the most that I don't like the AG, but that's a boss ass move, you guys. Also, William knows he was invited to my birthday, and if he knew me better or loved me, he would already know my birthday and have sought me out. We are loving my dear Erica. It was not members only, William. I barely make members onlys members onlys. This is a small operation. It's just me. I do it all. There's no like guys in the truck.
Let me see about this.
You know
Should
what
be
I'm
one
saying?
of our last cases. If I have any notes. All right. Yes, we can go ahead with number 24.
Number 24, that's Laparo and Rodriguez. If you please unmute and turn on your videos.
That's so sweet.
Each of you please raise your right hand. You and each of you swear or affirm the testimony given in this case to be the truth.
Yes.
I do.
Ms. Laparo,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Your Honor, if we can move forward and announce, since there's an attorney present, my name is Ruth Correa. I'm with the Office of the Attorney General.
My name is Nicholas Immental, and I'm here on behalf of my client, Nicholas Laparo.
Thank you.
Thank you. We've reached a partial agreement. I will read those into the record. Parties stipulate that the non-custodial parent is paid $1,900 biweekly, and that there are no other children that are not before the court that he should get credit for. Parties are in agreement that they should be named joint managing conservators. Parties are in agreement that insurance should be provided through the mother's employer at a cost of $208 per month. Parties are in agreement to child support be set at $654. Parties are in agreement that there should be a
It is
standard
babies having
possession
babies,
order.
it looks like. And also Mikey is a very hard worker. I always say, whenever I say a YouTuber better than I'm referring to Mikey. It's always Mikey. He's always better. He's a great YouTuber. And he has very good work ethic. Work ethic that I could only dream of having. I have that same ethic when it comes to being naughty, but turns out not so helpful.
Or for the standard possession order to apply, or visitation as agreed to by the parties. The contested issues, to my understanding, are the residency restriction, retroactive support, and maybe a non-disclosure request. I will first call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
My name's Ruby Rodriguez.
And ma'am, what is your relationship to the child or children in this case?
I'm her mother.
Okay, and what's the name and age of the child?
Aria Rose Loparo, she is 5 years old.
And who does that child live with?
5 years old? Holy fuck. I bet that's what I looked like when I had a 5-year-old. Who would think that I have a 16-year-old? Me. I do. I do.
With me.
Okay. And ma'am, I know there's not a complete agreement, but it sounds like you have reached some agreements. Did you hear the agreements that I announced to the court?
I believe so. The standard visitation, the 654 a month child support, and the joint conservatorship.
Yes. Are those still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you also agree to provide insurance for this child through your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking for reimbursement for the cost of those premiums?
At least half.
Okay, I don't know that that was something that was discussed, so I will ask you more about that in a minute. Okay, thank you. Ma'am, where do you currently live? What county?
I live in Dallas County.
To your knowledge, what county does the father live in?
I believe Denton County.
And ma'am, are you in agreement to a geographic restriction to Dallas and contiguous county, which would include Denton? Are you in agreement with that?
No, ma'am. I'm currently in college for a medical degree, and depending on the job offers I receive after I graduate, I would like the option to move out of state if it means a better income.
You said, when you said you're in college, what are you in college for?
I'm in there currently to get a radiological degree.
Okay. And ma'am, how many?
Hold on. Hold on. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but a radiologist is a doctor who's then been specialty trained. A radiology technician, right? I hope she can say it by the time she's through too, Bill. The second she said she stumbled on the first way she said it, I was like, oh, this is not what I was hoping for. I really was hoping that she was going to pop out with some med school. Because, you know what? Go get fucked if she's like got a kid going through med school, trying to become like a doctor, and bro's over here trying to not make her move. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I need to smoke a joint.
How many more semesters do you have till graduation?
I have at least a year and a half.
Okay. And are you considering, have you applied for any internships that are out of state or any other, do you have any prospects at this point, a year and a half away, to move out of state?
Not currently or in the near future. I am looking at prospects in the area for now, at least until Aria is out of elementary school.
And I might ask that you educate me a little bit regarding a radiology degree. Is that a licensure that you have to get through the state of Texas?
It's a license that is able to be used all over the country. It's basically the gateway to do sonograms, mammograms, MRI equipments.
Okay. Ma'am, are you requesting retroactive support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, were you, remind me of the age of the child again?
She's 5 years old.
And ma'am, did you at one point live together with the father?
Yes, ma'am. Up until June of 2022. He left the last week of May, but at that point, I would just say June.
And ma'am, the state calculated the retroactive support amount after giving father some credits in the amount of $21,250. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And we're asking that it be paid at $157 a month. Are you in agreement to that?
I believe that's fair.
And ma'am, do you understand that I announce this as a calculation, but that the state is not taking a position on retroactive amount?
Yes, ma'am.
And that we are calculated this as an aid to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, do you want your address to remain private from this court record?
Yes, ma'am. I would very much appreciate my address not be told to her father.
And what is the reason for that?
At our previous address, he had made threats of knocking our door down, and I just would rather not have that as a discussion or as a worry at my current residence.
When you say threats, was this a text message, verbal?
It was verbal. It was over the phone. He had been calling me out of my name. My husband had told him not to call me the B word.
What? Oh my god. I didn't even fucking realize this. Oh my god. Hold on. I was stopping already because of calling me out my name. I have the pearl necklace here. I can put it on. Maybe, oh my god. I think the pearl necklace should feature heavily in my new dating profile pictures. Hi, Bad Scooter. Oh, I'll clutch my pearl necklace in a picture. These are the ideas I really want. Honestly, this is a pretty good look. Okay, let's listen to her while I clutch my pearls.
Discussion or as a worry at my current residence.
When you say threats, was this a text message, verbal?
It was verbal. It was over the phone. He had been calling me out of my name. My husband had told him not to call me the B word, and he just starts laughing. He said, "If you're not going to give me my daughter, then I'm just going to knock down your door." And this was all after he told me he wasn't going to be able to pick her up that day.
Okay, let's get an idea of the time frame here. What year and month did this happen?
I don't remember the month. I want to say it was probably in the spring of 2023.
Spring of 2020 what?
3.
Spring of 2023. So almost 2 years ago, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Since that incident, has there been any other incident?
There had been another one after that where he had gotten upset with me because I wasn't meeting him halfway to where he wanted me to drop off my daughter. And it was because I had to go pick up my husband from work. I ended up beating him at my apartment complex. And as I was putting my daughter into the car, he, like, as soon as I shut the door, he backed out of the parking space and just sped right out of the parking lot while I was still next to his car.
Okay, ma'am, do you have it?
That's the saddest, sweetest thing I've ever heard, Bad Scooter. Confession, I once wrote my father's dating profile in the hope of actually liking stepmother number 5. It didn't work out after the women met him in real life. Oh my gosh. I actually think the dating app should be one that has like requirements, sort of like when you take a test. Hold on, I dropped the joint. Where like you have to take the picture and they can sense if you're using a filter and shit. I don't know why. Why do I care? First of all, I have no visual imagery. So the people's looks are very like not important to me, and people don't seem to believe that, but it's actually true Because when I think of somebody, I don't call to mind their image ever. Not ever once. That's not how I categorize people or think about people. And so looks just never have been that important to me. But how you make me feel is how I bring you to mind. And so if it is terrible, it ain't gonna work, you know?
An active protective order.
I do.
Do you have any police report numbers you want to present to the court?
No, ma'am, I have not reported any of this to police.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like? Well, let me ask a different question. The first thing you testified is that he threatened to knock your door down. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he knock any door down?
He did not. It was just threats.
Okay. And ma'am, what do you think would happen if he had your address?
I believe that I would just be fearful of anything. Anything's a possibility. I know he wouldn't lay a hand on my daughter, but when it comes to me and in our relationship, whenever we were together for the 7 years, I would just not have that fear.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No, ma'am.
You guys are so sweet. You're so sweet. You know what's funny is that my YouTube channel comes along with me. I have to learn when to introduce that to somebody if I date them. Oh, I'm such a fucking mess. It's a mess. That's why it's easier not to, I guess. Anyways, also we watch this shit all day long just in reminder of, okay, no. See how miserable all these people are? She's like literally plugging her nose at it. Plugging her nose. That's what I think she's doing. Actually, I think she's showing off her engagement ring. Rubbing it in our faces. Whatever. I was married. It's not all that cracked up to be. Believe me.
This witness.
Ross?
No cross, Your Honor.
Thank you. Next witness, please.
I call the father. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Nicholas Loparo.
And sir, in a minute, you'll have an opportunity to respond to the family violence allegations. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
But first, let's talk about the portions that I announced as agreed. Did you hear the agreed portions I announced to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Are those still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, do you live in Denton County?
No, ma'am. I live in Dallas County.
Okay. When was the last time that you lived in Denton County?
I don't recall living in in Denton counties, since 2018.
Okay. And sir, do you want a geographic restriction for the child's address to Dallas and surrounding counties?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is your response to the mother's concern about her future work plans?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
I'll just, I won't ask that again. I'll just ask a different question.
You guys, I got this bracelet for my birthday. So sweet. Courtney, I love you so much. But right, so Nana gave me this bracelet and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And my sister was like, oh, that's really pretty. And Nana leans over and she's just like so obvious, and I don't care, but I just laugh. She's just like, I got you one too. And I'm just like, Okay, can we not even just pretend for 1 minute that this is not what my daughter calls drip coming back with Nana from Mexico? But anyway, regardless of what it's for or who else got it, I'm very appreciative of. I think it's a funny, a nice bracelet. It's a little too delicate to wear sleeping. I'm a rough sleeper. I don't know how you will take that. I don't know how I mean to make you take that, but I break things while I sleep, including hearts. Okay, Bad Scooter's full of confessions tonight, and I'm fucking for it. It's incredibly great. I told my then fiance, now husband, I don't need you to complete me. And he threatened to call off the wedding if you didn't take it back? Oh my God! Did you take it back? That's hilarious. John, no worries, you're late, but that does relegate you to this sort of color here. I'm sorry about that. But we are having quite the night. Bad Scooter, hilarious. Here's the thing. I thrash around. I don't know. I'm hard on everything I do. I break things. I break phones. I break shoes. I break knives. I break cooking utensils. I've broken countertops. I break freezers. I am, if you want to test something to truly find out the limits of it, you send it right on over to me. Because I am a weak spot pinpointer for some reason. Have I ever broken a guy's dick? I have been accused of being too rough in bed, because I guess I am. I have been accused of that. But it's just like a little calibration that's needed. A little whoa. And then I tone it back, you know. Everybody has their own ways. I don't know. I can take a lot of pain, so it doesn't always occur to me that something hurts. Anyways, or that somebody wouldn't like it if it did. Okay. Billy, I'm always stoned 24/7. Men have offered that in the past. It's an expensive proposition. Believe me.
Sir, did you hear the amount that the state had calculated for retroactive support?
Yes, I did hear that.
Okay. What do you think retroactive support should be set at?
Let me go ahead and say. May I speak on behalf of my client? Or do you want to keep talking? Or you can go ahead and go. Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, Your Honor, I think I don't know if there's an objection being.
Did they hear me talking about being rough in the bedroom? Did my audio get piped into the courtroom somehow and make them uncomfortable? Because it seems like something just really snapped there. I swear to God. Like, they're all a little flustered. And I get it, guys. Sometimes it's crazy around here, and that's okay. But Lawyer Nicholas, you're not supposed to answer for your client. This is court, bro. We ain't lawyers and we know that. Like, so confused. And again, she is my least favorite of all the OAGs. So funny. And yes, rough. I have many stories. Also, anyways, we won't talk about it. It's not appropriate. All the videos get demonetized. I can't live like that.
Presented, or I'll rephrase my question. I think it'll take care of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, regarding the amount that the state calculated for retroactive support, would you like it to be less or more?
Less.
Thank you. Sir, what is your response to the family violence allegations?
I do not recall.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to say? Anything else you would like to say?
No, I'm all right.
Okay, not right now. Okay, well, I will pass this witness.
Thank you. Cross.
Your Honor, I'd like to cross-examine my witness or my client. As he stated with as far as the restriction goes, he hasn't lived in Denton since 2018, and he currently is a resident of Dallas County. As far as retroactive support goes, I'm not sure if when the retroactive was calculated for the
Your Honor,
21,000.
I'm gonna object. This is not I thought we were on cross. I didn't know we were in closing.
Sorry.
Agree. We are on cross, Mr. President.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Question to the time.
Mr. Leparo, since June of 2022, has your income has increased? Yes. Okay. So what you're making right now is what you were making at the time requested for retroactive support? No, not at all. Okay. No further questions.
Okay, Your Honor, I will just make a closing. I ask that you accept the agreements that have been presented to the court, and then we would ask a ruling on the contested issues. I rest and close.
Your Honor, as we stated, we are agreeable to the agreed provisions. As far as retroactive support, due to the increase in my client's income, we would request that the retroactive be reduced into the amount that he was actually receiving as income from the time of June of 2022 until today. And I believe that the family code would support us as well. That is all.
Battle.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
You're making my eye twitch. Why is my eye twitching? You know what my answer to that always is? More pot. That'll fix it. Oh my gosh.
Agree. Rebuttal.
Yes, Your Honor, I would, based on the closing arguments, the testimony taken, the state would just argue that
Eye twitch gone. It must have been. Do I get an eye twitch every time Miss Donna thinks about me and sends a 10 gifted subs over? That's amazing. Thank you so much, Miss Donna. I love you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Look at all those names that got memberships. Memberships. Guess what? We're doing it again on Sunday. That's right. Members only plus Sunday Court Watchers Anonymous. Both. That's right, both. Do you see my lovely pearl necklace? Made by our very own Cellulite Yoga Pants, who made a video of it as well. Thank you again, Miss Donna. I so appreciate that, and I'm so glad to see you. Also, Bill raises a good point before it was shoved off the screen by all of Donna's amazing gifts. Pay extra. It will always go far for you. Even a little bit extra always is worth it. You know, I think that he obviously has enough money to hire this attorney, but this attorney keeps forgetting all of the rules. He's testifying when he should be asking questions. He's interrupting, asking if he can answer for his client. Can you imagine doing that in a courtroom? You know, part of some people's hesitation with Zoom court is that a lot of the decorum that is inherent in how a courtroom is set up is gone when you're online. But you get better access to people, and lawyers love to bill time, believe me. And it is not exactly easy or productive to be driving back and forth all the time to places. It is much more financially responsible to be Zooming to court in reality. So I think it's here to stay. People have been telling me for years that Zoom court is going to go bye-bye. I don't think it is. But I'll knock on wood. Thanks again, Donna.
That there has not been an amount proposed, that there is a lack of foundation or just for the amount, for any amount. We don't know what council is requesting, and I don't see a requested relief of support on file with the court. So in that case, we would change our position and ask that retroactive support be in the amount that the mother wants. That is, I rest.
The agreement of the parties is confirmed. There will be a residential restriction to Dallas and contiguous counties. Retroactive support is set at $21,250. That'll be payable at $157 a month. There's no finding of family violence, nor is there a non-disclosure. I believe that covers all the bases.
It does, Your Honor. Are the parties excused?
We are, and good luck to each of you.
Do you see how YouTube Daddy is like, oh, I don't think you want to work anymore. Do you want to watch something about medieval cooking, which we know you hyperfixate on sometimes? YouTube Daddy, I'm working. I was trying to work. I just want to point that out. YouTube Daddy is always trying to lure me away from my works. Okay, so then we're going to, yes, this one. Okay, hold on, I actually took notes. Fucking shocking. Absolutely shocking, I know. Literally had to dust this notepad off. No word of a fucking
We're
lie.
here in cause number DF 2500165, Chavez and Javrino. Sorry that my camera's off. With the parties in this matter, please raise your right hand. Mr. Chavez, do you have your right hand raised, sir?
I do.
Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes.
All right, you may both lower your hands, and Ms. Peoples, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. We have an agreed temporary order establishing the parent-child relationship and its suit affecting the parent-child relationship. If I could read the terms.
You may.
So, Judge, there.
What the fuck is happening? Hi, Sashina. I think he's at a birthday party, Erica. Partly underwater. That is actually a pretty cool birthday party. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh. To be a summer baby, I guess. But be careful, be wary of the sun. It'll get you with cancer. Anyways, okay, yeah. What is going on with him? I don't think this is the main case, but we'll watch through a little bit. We got some time.
Hold on one second. Mr. Chavez, are you somewhere where there's a lot of background noise, sir?
I'm moving away from it right now.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Peoples.
Thank you, Judge. So there are 3 children before the court: Luca Chavez, Ace Chavez, and Rio Chavez. Judge, there were acknowledgments of paternity for the children Ace and Rio.
It paused it, but it didn't turn on my microphone to say thank you to Christopher. Am I a beaver? Because damn. First of all, I love that. Second of all, yeah. Third of all, look at this lady up there. 3 kids. Luka Kovac from ER. Of course I remember Erica. Watched ER religiously. Still a Dr. Carter girl myself. Ugh. Ugh. But Luca is pretty hot too. Again, I'm not about hot. It's like how they made you feel. George Clooney too.
Chavez, which I'd like to offer as State's Exhibits A and B.
State's Exhibit A and B are admitted.
Thank you, Judge. And then as far as the child Luca Chavez, parties agreed to establish Mr. Steve Chavez as Luca's legal and biological father. They are not requesting DNA. They agree that his surname will remain Chavez, Judge. And Judge, this will be a temporary order. Parties are agreeing today to only address the issue of health insurance. The father currently has health insurance available to him, and the parties agree he would provide the health insurance through his employer. Parties agree he would also provide the dental insurance, and that all other issues would be reserved for the final, and that reset date would be June 23rd, 2025.
Okay, you may call your first witness.
I'll call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your full name?
April Yavarino.
And ma'am, you understand that we're doing this temporary order today, establishing Mr. Chavez as Luca's legal and biological father?
Yes, ma'am.
And that as far as the terms of the order, did you hear those terms concerning the medical and dental insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that everything else would be addressed on June 23rd, 2025 when we come back for the final?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any safety concerns with your address and contact information being listed in today's temporary order?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll pass the witness and call
You
the
may call
father.
your next witness.
Mr. Chavez, can you state your full name?
Steve Chavez.
And did you hear all the terms of the temporary order that were just stated to the court?
I did.
You understand this order is going to establish you as Luca's legal and biological father?
I do.
And you're in agreement with that?
I am.
And do you agree to the other terms stated and believe they're in the best interest of your children?
Correct.
And you understand we're going to come back on June 23rd, 2025 to address the other issues not addressed in this temporary order?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness, Judge, and nothing further.
Then I will accept the agreed temporary order, make this agreed temporary order the order of the court, reset this case to June 23rd, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. You will both need to be present on that date and at that time. If you're not, a default order can be entered against you. All other issues will be reserved for final hearing. Does anyone have any questions?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right, then thank you both for appearing here today, and you're both free to go.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was a.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Boring
You too,
hearing.
sir.
I can't know them all. There's one coming up. There's 2 more that we're gonna
Judge,
watch.
we have a couple more cases that are being worked, and then I think that'll be it. I believe Miss Sweet and Miss Wilson will be ready on those other 2 cases.
Paisley of the Past
All right,
is gonna
thank you.
zip through some of these. Paisley of the Past. Paisley of the Past. Pop. Yo, Pop. 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 There she is. There she is. There she is.
We're back on the record in cause number DF 25-00206, Contreras and Delomo. The parties in this matter, please unmute yourselves, turn your cameras on, and raise your right hands. Mr. Contreras, can you turn your
These are
camera
not
on,
the
sir?
people. Paisley of the future is going to skip these ones because they're boring. They're boring, and so was his whining. Pretty sure? Oh. And that became unavailable. That's right.
We're
that
here
means,
in cause number
Judge,
D.
shut up! That means that the one I'm looking for is in another one, which, don't worry, I got. We're looking for the one I've labeled nice hair, but also has the no child support case in it. Was this one. Found it. I found it. Okay.
Anything further, Ms. Peoples?
Nope.
Not at this time from me, Judge. Thanks.
Okay.
Judge, I need to do a few room assignments and then I will be ready to approach on them cases.
Okay.
Here he comes again.
Ashley, I think, is still in love with this guy, you guys. Red alert, red alert. We got a girl still in love. My theory.
Can you text him and ask him to connect to the audio?
You can always tell when they truly hate each other. Oh my god, Brett! What are you doing?
He should be on shortly.
There you go. Can you unmute Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please turn your camera on as well. Mr. Gonzalez, if you can please unmute, turn your camera on, and stay unmuted with your video on.
It shows that my video is on and I'm unmuted. It's probably just my connection. It's bad.
Okay. Can we proceed with that as video, Judge?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. We're here in cause number DF 2415318, Gonzalez and Garza. With the parties in the Gonzalez matter, please raise your right hands. Mr. Gonzalez, is your hand raised, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Ms. Garza?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
You may both lower your hands, and Mr. Talley, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. So we are here in a suit affecting a petition to establish the parent-child relationship and suit affecting the parent-child relationship. There is an acknowledgement of paternity on file with our pleading for the oldest child, Jacob. There is not one attached to our pleading for the youngest child, Josiah. My understanding that Ms. Garza may be in possession of an acknowledgement of paternity for that child, but it is not attached to our pleading. So Mr. Gonzalez is requesting DNA both for the child without an acknowledgement of paternity on file and the child with one. So if I could call them to take testimony on that issue.
You may.
Mr. Gonzalez, would you please state your full name? Are you there, Mr. Gonzalez?
His audio is not connected again.
Okay. There we go. Disconnected again. So I'm going to go ahead and leave your video off to try to improve your connection. But if you can unmute and state your full name.
Before you go,
Jacob Gonzalez.
We just looked for a minute at this guy. He's pretty suave. I'll say that. Now John has figured something out. You're correct, John. There is a discrepancy in the points, but it is not a gender discrepancy. No. Also, check out the slots. It's weird too. Something fucky. Something fucky.
And you are requesting DNA for both of your children, correct?
Yes, sir.
How old is your child, Jacob?
He's 3 years old.
And why are you requesting a DNA test for that child?
Before everything had happened, their mother had said that I could go ahead and
Oh, Lord.
Go ahead and what?
Can you hear me?
We can. Go ahead, sir.
Before everything had started, their mother had said it was fine that I could go ahead and DNA both of them.
Is there any other reason?
Hold on 1 second, Mr. Talley. Mr. Gonzalez, what we're asking is why do you think that's not your child?
There's been times where she said that they're not mine.
Okay. Was that in anger or was that when y'all were just sitting down having a normal conversation?
Out of anger.
Okay. Is there anything else that makes you think that's not your child?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, no, ma'am.
Okay. You may proceed, Mr. Talley.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call Ms. Garza. Ma'am, would you please state your full name?
Ashley Giselle Garza.
Do you have any objection to the court ordering DNA testing for both children?
No, sir.
Do you have any reason to believe that the child Jacob might not be Mr. Gonzalez's?
None at all.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
I will order DNA testing for both children. What day are we coming back?
We're asking the case be reset to June 23rd, Judge.
Case will be reset to June 23rd, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. You will both need to be present on that date and at that time. If you're not present, default order can be entered against you. Do both of you understand? Did we lose him? No, he's still here.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Gonzalez, can you hear me? Mr. Gonzalez? Mr. Talley, I think we lost him, but I think he got most of the hearing, so.
Yeah, I think at this point, we've gotten as far as we can go, I think.
Okay. All right. Then thank you, ma'am, for appearing here today, and you're free to go.
Thank you.
Judge, next, well, here he is. I don't know if you can hear us, Mr. Gonzalez, but the judge has ordered the DNA testing and reset the case to June 23rd. You're free to go at this point.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, next judge will be number 37.
37? I'm 37 this year. Oh my God. This is the case I was thinking of. Also, ma'am, what is that lighting? ASMR. She's an ASMR artist.
We're hearing cause number DF 24-11604 Garcia and Gonzalez. With the parties in the Garcia matter, please unmute yourselves, turn your cameras on, and raise your right hands.
Mr. Garcia just got kicked out. He's working to get back in.
I do see him here.
Okay.
Looks like he's joining on a new device.
I'm here.
Okay. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
You may both lower your hands. And Mr. Talley, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. We are hearing a petition for confirmation of non-agreed child support review order. If I could state the terms of an amended order and then take testimony from the parties.
You may.
The order would name the parties joint managing conservators of the child, with Ms. Gonzalez being the conservator with the right to designate the child's primary residence within Dallas or any contiguous county, and Mr. Garcia would have a standard possession and access schedule. Ms. Gonzalez would be ordered to apply for or maintain the child on a government medical assistance program. Mr. Garcia would be ordered to pay cash medical support of $245 per month beginning April 1st, as well as guideline child support of $855 per month beginning April 1st. There's no retroactive support. Court costs would be as billed to Mr. Garcia. There's no request for a finding of family violence or non-disclosure. The extent of the order, if I may call the parties.
You may.
I'll call the mother. Ma'am, would you please state your full name?
Yes, Marina Gonzalez.
And did you hear the terms of the proposed order I stated to the court?
Yes, I did.
Do you understand those terms?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. And you are in agreement with the order with the exception of Mr. Garcia being ordered to pay child support. Is that correct?
Correct.
And why are you asking that he not be ordered to pay any child support?
Yes, correct. Well, if we're able to, we will be splitting him weekly. So
Okay,
we
so
thought,
what is the reason that you're requesting no child support be set?
I don't need the funds. I have my son on Medicaid, so I thought I don't need the funds.
Okay. What do you and Mr. Garcia, what are you doing regarding possession of the child currently?
Currently, the child stays with me, and then he goes with his father bi-weekly on weekends.
Okay. Is there any other reason you're requesting the court to not set Mr. Garcia's child support?
No, no other reason.
Ask the witness, Judge.
You may call your next witness.
I'll call Mr. Garcia. Sir, would you please state your full name?
Yeah, Marlon Garcia Gutierrez.
Did you hear the terms of the proposed order I stated to the court?
I did.
Do you understand those terms?
I do.
And are you in agreement with the terms with the exception of being ordered to pay child support?
Correct.
And what is your reason for asking the court not to order any child support?
Well, I mean, I do a pretty good job taking care of my kid. Me and her are in agreement. And I mean, she says there's no need for funds, so she's helping me out pretty much.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay. Then I will accept the agreed portions of the order, make the agreed portions the order of the court. I will order child support in the amount of, can you tell me again, Mr. Towler?
$855, Judge.
In the amount of $855 per month to begin April 1st, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
April 1st, 2025. I will tell both of you why I'm ordering child support. Right now, both of you are getting along, everything's fine. But when you don't get along, what happens? I am not here to make life easy for you, Mr. Gutierrez, or you, Ms. Gonzalez. My job is to do what's in the best interest of your child. State of Texas says it's in the best interest of your child to order parents to pay child support at a certain rate. You say you don't need the money, Ms. Gonzalez, but your child is on Medicaid.
Yes.
Okay. So
yes,
if your child is on Medicaid, then you're not supporting your child. The state of Texas is.
Okay.
Because
yes.
although they tell you Medicaid is free, it is not. Okay. Now, if you don't need the money, Ms. Gonzalez, you can give it back to him. You can put it in a savings account for your child. You can do whatever you want to do with it. But I'm going to order it because I feel that that's in the best interest of your child. Do both of you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That's fine.
Okay. Also, now that I've given you that, I've made my ruling. I will tell you I'm not the last word on this. This case is out of the 303rd District Court. That's Judge Laditra Atkins. She might have a different opinion of mine. So you have 3 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. And you would appeal that or file that motion for new trial with Judge Laditra Atkins. Now that I've given you that information, do either one of you have any questions?
No, that's fine.
All right, then thank you both for appearing here today, and you're both free to go.
Okay, thank you.
and raise your.
I don't want to watch the whole part of this. I just want to watch this next minute where you saw his smile, because listen to what she says to him, okay?
Right hands.
Just one party, Judge.
Sir, are you driving?
No.
Okay. And do you have a hat on?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's my hair.
Okay. Got a nice head of hair because it looks like a hat.
I'm jealous.
Can you raise your right hand for me?
Yeah.
You're ready, Judge. Next will be number 32.
So funny. But that guy was a stand-up guy. He paid his child support, no fighting. So we don't need to worry about him. But this guy, on the other hand, oh, Rodney.
We're here in cause number DF 24160007, Davis and Askew. Will the parties in the Davis and Askew matter please unmute yourselves, turn your cameras on, and raise your right hands?
Just one party, Judge, Mr. Davis.
Mr. Davis, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Can't hear you, sir. Still can't hear you. Do you have a Bluetooth on?
Ma'am.
Can hear you a little bit better now. The answer to the question was yes. Can you say yes for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Talley.
Thank you, Judge. We're here on a petition for confirmation of non-agreed child support review order. At first, ask that the court take judicial notice of the state's petition, which shows that Ms. Askew did participate in the negotiation conference.
So noted.
Thank you, Judge. Because she participated in that conference and was given notice of today's hearing but has not appeared, we'd like to proceed with the default.
You may.
So, Judge, the state is simply asking that the order be confirmed as is. Ms. Askew signed that document at the negotiation conference, but Mr. Davis is objecting to the order being entered. So if I could just call him to take testimony on that issue.
You may.
Sir, would you please state your full name?
Rodney Davis.
And you are objecting to the court entering this order in its totality. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and why is that?
For one, I'm already on child support with my first kid in 2 different states, and I've been seeing my daughter since she was 9 months. She'll be 13 this year. 2, she's also stated plenty of times that I might not even be the daddy. And 3, we've had numerous times where we've tried to do the back and forth thing as far as my child go, but it seems like every time we have an issue, I don't get to see or talk to my child. Prior to the first negotiation, I knew nothing about it at all. I didn't receive any notice, nothing in the mail, no text message or email. But prior to that Monday, I got a call that morning asking where I was at, and I had no idea I was supposed to be at court. But prior to that first negotiation, I was just with her, helping her out, taking my kids to school and picking them up, helping her out. And I wasn't even told nothing at all. I knew nothing at all. So when I left, that following Monday is when I got the call from court asking where I was, and I knew nothing about it. So I called the Attorney General back, and I talked to them, and I asked for a reset. And
Oh, sir, I just want to clear this point up. We discussed this in the breakout room, but that was not a court date. That was simply a negotiation conference with someone from our office. And because no order was entered that day, nothing is taking an effect from that negotiation conference, you had the opportunity to request this hearing today with the court to dispute the order, which is what we're here to do. So the fact that you didn't participate in the negotiation conference is neither here nor there, because you have your opportunity today to state that you don't agree with the order, okay? Okay, so having said that, you've listed a number of reasons why you don't agree with the order being entered. Are there any other reasons?
Yeah, just literally 2-3 weeks ago, she just popped up and came to my house and went on a rant about how she didn't need it and didn't want it. And I asked her, well, if you didn't need or want the child support, then why did you go put me on child support knowing what I'm already going through with my kids before my last child? Why would you do that? And she had no answer. Just last week, she just texted me in the middle of the night about some anonymous stuff that had nothing to do with anything. And
Some
it's like
what?
every time we have a situation,
Sir, look at the judge's face. She is like less than impressed. Some anonymous shit. Oh my lord. Good lord, good lord. Lord be. Lordy be. Whew.
this week, she just texted me in the middle of the night about some anonymous stuff that had nothing to do with anything. And it's like every time we have a situation, I don't get to see or talk to my kids. But the minute she come out, whatever she got going on, or she be in an emotional state, the minute she come out of it, she'll contact me, or she'll try to contact me, or if she can't get a hold to me, she'll pull up unannounced. I'll see my kids, and then it's always something come after that. It's always something come after that. So when I don't agree or don't give it no attention, then that's when I don't get to see my kid. I don't get to talk to her. Only time I really do get to talk to her, see her, is when she's pulling up and popping up out of the blue. I've called numerous of times, but I'm always blocked. And then like I said too, like I'm already going through enough with my first kid, and I haven't seen my daughter and since she was 9 months, literally. My daughter, since she was taken from me, she's in California. Only I don't have no address. Only thing I know as far as city wise, she's in San Diego. I don't like I'm already going through enough. I'm already going through enough. I've been with my child, my last child. I'm here for it now. I've been with my child since birth. I haven't messed with her mother in about 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Judge.
And I'm already going through enough. I'm already stressed out. I'm like
Okay, I
I
got
have
it, Mr. Davis. But Judge, at this point, I'll pass the witness. I will just inform the court that there is an acknowledgement of paternity attached to the state's petition for the child subject of this suit, and Mr. Davis's child support was calculated at a level of 16%, giving him credit for his other two children.
Mr. Davis, you told me a lot of things, but none of those things is a legal reason for me not to enter this order. So I'm going to confirm the non-agreed CSRP as is. I know you say you're going through enough and all of that. My job is not to make life easier for you. It's to do what's best for your child. And so in this situation, what's best for your child is for me to order you to pay child support. Her mother not letting you see her when she doesn't want to. Now you have an order that says you get to see her every first, third, and fifth weekends of the month. And just like you can go to jail for not paying your child support, her mom can go to jail for not letting you see her. Okay. Now that I've made my ruling, if you don't like it, if you think it's not fair, if you just don't agree, you have 3 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. This case is out of the 303rd District Court. That's Judge Laditra Atkins. She might have a different opinion from mine. So you would appeal to the 303rd District Court. Now that I've given you all of that information, do you have any questions?
how would I go about just getting trying to get full custody of my kid?
You
Period.
would need to file something with the court system, and you'd either need to consult with a private attorney or go to the law library and do the research and file it yourself, sir.
So
Okay?
do I need to go to the court to make an appeal?
You need to file something with the court to appeal. If you want to know how to do that, Mr. Talley can give you the information on how to file an appeal, okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you have any other questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, then thank you for appearing here today and good luck to you. You're free to go, sir.
That goes for
Thank you, Judge. That
everybody.
is all we have ready at the moment.
That's all we have ready at the moment. That goes for everybody. You're all free to go. But I have set up a place to redirect you to. And we'll be back tomorrow, possibly with a morning show. I don't know yet what my day looks like. But I do know that I'm so glad that you were here tonight. You guys made me feel better. I hope I made some of you feel better. Reminder, I love you. And I'm proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye. I love you guys. Bye.
Ways down red.